Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Louis Gisto Field. First pitch about to happen right now, and there it is from Tommy Scavone, who is on the mound today for the Crawdads. Apologize for the late start. Ladies and gentlemen, actually had some trouble getting the Solano Mudcats lineup today. They were not able to get that to us until very late, so that is why we did not have a little pregame setup before the game. The count is 1-1 to the leadoff hitter, Tasso Foster. The order today for Solano, Foster, then Kenny DeCelli. So the shortstop, then the center fielder. There's a ball from Scavone. The count 2-1. Riley Lamb, the catcher, is batting third. Justin Banks, the first baseman, batting cleanup. Sam Daly, the right fielder, batting fifth. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Scavone. That is swung on and missed, so that is a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Scavone to Tasso Foster. After Sam Daly, it'll be Mark Wolbert, the left fielder, batting sixth. Jordan Petrushka. This ball hit over to Chase Dabbs, who's at first, and Dabbs will take it over to the bag himself for the first out this afternoon. Crawdads come into this game 18-21. The Solano Mudcats 8-23 overall. Last time these two teams played, the Crawdads won 3-2. After Jordan Petrushka, who's batting seventh, and the designated hitter, it'll be Justin Claxton, the third baseman, then Kobe Rolling, the second baseman, batting ninth. Now it's Kenny DeCelli, the center fielder for Solano. After the ground out by the leadoff hitter, Tasso Foster. First pitch from Scavone misses low in the dirt. Count 1-0 to the Solano center fielder. Scavone deals. And this ball's hit hard over to the shortstop, Werner. Werner fires over to first in time for out number 2. The defensive alignment today for the Crawdads a little different than what we're used to, or what we've been used to this summer. It's Dabbs over at first. That's pretty normal. Griffin behind the plate. But then Dardar at second. Trevor Werner at third, at shortstop instead of third, and Pamilia at third instead of playing at his usual shortstop position. Here is Riley Lamb, who takes the first pitch from Scavone for strike one. In the outfield, Diego Muniz. It's the first time we've seen him in the outfield this summer. He's in left field, and Jordan Thompson in center, and Hayden Shaw in right. 0-1 pitch. This is hit right back up the middle. A dive by Dardar. He can't get to it. That's a 2-out single for Riley Lamb. After the 2 quick ground ball outs for Scavone, he'll have to deal with Justin Banks, the cleanup hitter, who had a home run back on the 21st. That was the last time Solano was here. That was a home run in the 6th. That was against Micah Davis. Here's the left-handed bat of Banks. First pitch to Banks. He cracks this into left field, and it's carrying. Going back on it is Muniz, who makes the catch at the warning track for the 3rd out. So very loud out, number 3, but all good for Tommy Scavone on the mound. And besides that hard hit ball at the very end, he cruised through that half inning. So after the top of the first, Mudcats scoreless. Crawdads will look to get on the board here when the bottom of the first comes up. You are watching Crawdads Baseball on the Crawdads streaming network. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Louis Gisto Field. Pleased to bring you some Crawdads baseball here on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. I can pitch to Pamilia. He takes this to the opposite field, and will it stay fair? It does. Curran will come around third to score. Back-to-back doubles for the Crawdads. First pitch to Hans is hit hard over to Werner. He's up with it, throws to first in time, and a great pick by Dabbs. 1-2 pitch, here it is. Fastball swung on and missed, and Brooks walks the tightrope, leaves 2 runners stranded, and it's still a 3-0 lead for the Crawdads. Pitch here is taken to left by Muniz, and that is gone. A 3-run homer for Diego Muniz, and was there any doubt about that ball? 0-2 pitch to Diego. Here it is, and Muniz hits this high into left field, and that is going to leave the park as well. The second home run for Diego Muniz. And a swing and a miss on a high fastball away. Montgomery goes down fishing, and that is strikeout number 8 for Garza. 1-2 pitch here from Garza. Swing and a miss. Garza has everything working this afternoon. Another strikeout. Hayden Schott is going to look to put the ball in play here. Payoff pitch is lined straight up the middle. Welcome back to Crawdads Baseball, bottom of the first. Mudcats were not able to score in the top half of the inning, and Andrew Stapleton on the mound for Solano. The leadoff hitter for the Crawdads is Jordan Thompson. First pitch to Thompson misses outside, actually gets away from the glove of Riley Lamb, the catcher today. Defense for the Mudcats. Lamb behind the plate, Banks over at first, rolling at second. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Thompson, who grounds this over to Foster, who's at short, and Foster tosses it to first to get rid of Jordan. 2 pitches and 1 out for Stapleton on the mound. Foster is at short, Justin Claxton at third base, and then in the outfield it's Wolbert, DeCelli, and Sam Daly from left to right. Familiar faces out there, in particular Kenny DeCelli and Sam Daly. This is Stapleton's 5th start of the summer. Here's Dar, the number 2 batter today. He swings at the first pitch he sees. The count is 0-1. After Dar, it's Jake Brandell, the designated hitter, then Diego Muniz, the left fielder, batting 4th. Chase Dabbs, the first baseman, batting 5th. Trevor Warner batting 6th. He's the shortstop. This is a breaking ball that's offline. The count 1-1 to Seth. Then it's Hayden Schott, the right fielder, batting 7th. Anthony Pamilia, the third baseman, batting 8th. And Zach Griffin, the catcher, batting 9th. 1-1 pitch. Seth swings and it comes up empty. The count is 1-2. 1-2 pitch to Seth. That's a curveball that misses a bit outside to count 2-2. Seth, the lefty batter, will be followed by Jake Brandell, a righty. And then in the hole is the right-handed bat of Diego Muniz. 2-2 pitch. Seth fouls this back over the netting. The count stays 2-2 with 1 away here in the bottom of the first. So, as I mentioned, the 5th start for Stapleton, who will be a freshman at San Jose State this upcoming semester. 1-2 with a 9.81 ERA. And a big swing and a miss from Dar, and Stapleton has his first strikeout of the afternoon. Here is Jake Brandell, the UC Davis Aggie. First pitch to Brandell misses low for ball number 1. That last strikeout of Dar was Stapleton's 24th of the summer. He's also walked 19. That pitch misses inside, and the count 2-0 to Brandell, who's the designated hitter today. We've seen him in left field quite a bit, but a little bit of a different look, as I mentioned today, for Brant Cummings and the Crawdads with Muniz in the outfield. 2-0 pitch. Good check swing there by Brandell, and obviously did not break the plane. Oh, he's ahead 3-0 with 2 away. This pitch misses. And that's a 4-pitch walk. That is Stapleton's 20th walk that he has surrendered this summer. Brandell works his way on base with 2 away, and here is the cleanup hitter, Diego Muniz. Muniz, maybe going to be a member of the SEC coming up here shortly, as he does play at Oklahoma, so if that ends up happening, he'll switch from the Big 12 to the best conference. This ball is chopped over to short, and the throw in time from Tasso Foster to Justin Banks. And the Crawdads leave Brandell over on first. A very routine and quiet first inning for both teams, both scoreless. It's 0-0 after 1. You are watching Crawdads Baseball on the Crawdads Streaming Network. First half of the second going to be led off by Sam Daly, the right fielder, the 5-hitter. Then it'll be Mark Wolbert, the left fielder, and Jordan Petrushka, the designated hitter. Sam Daly back on the 21st, the last time these two teams played. Actually, check that. I mean, on the 22nd, actually, that was the 3-2 victory for the Crawdads. First pitch to Daly misses low and outside. Daly went 0 for 4 and struck out 1 time. The second pitch from Scavone is fouled back. The count 1-1. Scavone ready and fires. This pitch is low. And the count 2-1 with the leadoff hitter Sam Daly at the plate. Scavone, it's a hard pitch there, bounces out of the glove of Zach Griffin. And the count 3-1. Behind the plate today is Ron Masso. Over at first base is Kate Hart. And Nick Pontecorvo, the third base umpire. That's a new face. We have not seen Mr. Pontecorvo at Louis Guisto Field this summer. Count 3-1 from Scavone to Daly. Here's Scavone, and Daly fouls this off of his own foot. The count runs full, 3-2. Scavone with a 2.70 ERA this summer. This is his 4th start, his 8th appearance. He's pitched 21 innings. 3-2 pitch is a curveball in the inner half that gets Daly looking. Good pitch there from Scavone, and a great call for it from Zach Griffin. That's the first out of the top of the second. That'll bring up Mark Wolbert.
Batting 6 for Solano, the left fielder, number 18, Mark Wolbert.
Wolbert batting 200. First pitch, he fouls it away into the glove of Griffin. The count 0-1. Wolbert batting 200. This is his 66th at-bat. This pitch misses outside, and the count even at 1-1 with one out in the top of the second. Still no score, 0-0. Third against fourth in terms of the placing in the Northern Division. The Crawdads in third place, the Mudcats in fourth. Pitch misses away and dropped out of the glove of Griffin once again. 2 balls, 1 strike to the lefty, Wolbert. Wolbert checks there. That looked like a pretty good fastball. Perhaps a bit outside, and now the count is 3-1. A couple of good counts for Solano. Wolbert does have 4 doubles. This pitch misses, and no, it's actually called a strike, but it was dropped out of the glove of Griffin. Strike nonetheless, and the count is full, 3-2. I think that was supposed to be on the outer half of the plate. It ended up coming back in. Griffin had to reposition the glove to catch it, but that's about the third ball we've seen slip out of the glove here behind the plate. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That's back-to-back strikeouts for Tommy Scavone. He's looking very good, and he's done this while having to battle back in the count. He's gone behind 3-1 to a few hitters here, and he's come back to strike them out. That's 2 straight strikeouts, so some good resiliency for Scavone. And here's Jordan Petruska, who's batting .265 with 3 home runs and 12 RBIs. Petruska batting from the right-handed batter stance. First pitch misses inside, count 1-0. Scavone sets. The leg kick and the pitch. A big swing and a miss from Jordan Petruska, the designated hitter. Scavone's last appearance was on July 18th against Berkovich in a 13-4 win. He pitched 4 2/3 innings. Only gave up 1 run earned. 1-1 pitch. That misses outside to count 2-1. There were 2 runs that came in on Scavone's watch, but only the 1 was earned. And he struck out 8, faced 22. So very good, productive outing for Scavone. 2-1 pitch. And the count even at 2-2 after Petruska swings through it. Last time these 2 teams played, Petruska was 2 for 4 with an RBI. And the 2-2 pitch from Scavone to Petruska, and Petruska swings through it. The side is struck out by Tommy Scavone. Cannot touch this indeed. Tommy Scavone looking very good early this afternoon. And that's 2 straight donuts put up on the board by the Crawdads. Bottom of the second coming up next. Crawdads still looking to break the ice. It's 0-0 here. We'll be right back with more baseball in a few moments. Bottom of the second inning, it'll be Dabbs leading off. Then Warner and Hayden Schott, 5, 6, 7 for the Crawdads. Dabbs the lefty. First pitch to Dabbs misses high from Stapleton. Count 1-0. So lefty, then righty, and then lefty again. Dabbs a lefty, Schott a lefty. Sandwiching the right-handed bat of Trevor Werner. 2-0 now. Werner batting a little lower in the order than he usually does. He's usually somewhere between 3 and 5. He's all the way down at 6 this afternoon. 2-0 pitch, misses outside, and the count 3-0. Dabbs batting .316 this summer. 3-0 pitch to Dabbs. That's good for a strike from Stapleton. So Stapleton able to put a strike up on the scoreboard. count 3-1. Dabbs does have a triple and a double along with 11 RBIs. This pitch misses outside, and Dabbs draws the walk. That is Dabbs' 13th base on balls of the summer. A good eye by Chase, although Stapleton is pretty far outside the entire at-bat. Even the strike he threw was on the outer half. Everything was away or high. And here is Trevor Werner. Dabbs off of first. First pitch to Werner. That's down the pipe for strike one. Werner hitting .277 with 5 home runs and 26 RBIs. A definite power threat for the Crawdads. But he's down at no balls and a strike to Stapleton. Stapleton makes another good pitch and getting squeezed a little bit here by home plate umpire Ron Masso. At least that's what Stapleton thinks. And the count is 1-1. 1-1 pitch. This misses well outside, no question about that. And the count is 2-1 with nobody out. Crawdads still looking for their first hit of the contest. No hit yet for the Crawdads, just one for the Mudcats. 2-1 pitch. Werner swings, a little jam shot, and Foster flips to second in time to get one. Obviously, ball not hit hard enough to get Werner hustling over to first. So fielder's choice for Werner after the walk of Dabbs. We'll see what Hayden Schott can do. Lefty against righty. Stapleton fires, Schott makes a bid at it on the first pitch, but comes up empty. Schott hitting .304, 20 RBIs, 2 home runs, 33 strikeouts, however, so got to keep that down to only 11 walks, so a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. This ball comes inside, almost buzzes Schott, and boy, I think that ball may have actually hit Ron Masso behind the plate. Yes. That ball came up and hit Masso right in the chest protector. That could not have felt good. These catchers, not only do they need to catch the ball, but they got to protect the man behind the plate, behind them. Stapleton, 6'1" righty from San Jose State, or going to be at San Jose State. He's from Woodland, California. He's looked good today. His last outing was in a 16-0 shellacking that the Prune Packers put on Solano. The count 1-1 to Schott with one away. Dabbs with a small, Werner rather, with a small lead off of first, and this ball is jammed but fouled. Hit into the plate, and then the backspin took it. Count 1-2 to Hayden Schott. But in that 16-0 loss, Stapleton pitched 5 innings, but gave up 11 earned runs. 1-2 pitch, and Schott swings under it for strike number 3. That is the second strikeout of the game for Stapleton. Still trailing Scavone by 1 in the K column. Scavone struck out the side in the top of the second. And here comes Anthony Pamilia, third baseman who plays over at Cal State Fullerton. And Werner running for second. He's going to slide in, and he is safe. Throw offline and a bit tardy. Tailed away from the second baseman rolling. That's a stolen base for Trevor Werner, his 10th of the summer. Werner has done it all, shown the power off, shown the speed. I'm sure the people at Aggieland like that. 1-0 pitch, and this is hit hard on the ground to Tasso Foster, who has to slide to try to make the stop, and he cannot pick it up. And we'll see how that is ruled. It was a slide, and they're going to call that a hit. in the booth here. So runners at the corners. Crawdads have their first hit of the game with 2 away for the 9-hitter, Zach Griffin. It would have been a heck of a play if Tasso Foster would have been able to make it, but he was not, and Stapleton in a bit of a jam here on the mound. First pitch to Griffin is fouled back into the netting, count 0-1. Griffin has not had the best summer at the plate, just batting .136, but he's done a very good job defensively, thrown some runners out. 0-1 pitch to Zach. That's a good breaker from Stapleton to count 0-2. Griffin over at San Joaquin Delta. Adjusts the helmet, steps back in. Outfield playing in. Very much in. And this ball is fouled back in the netting. So if Griffin bloops one or hits a very shallow ball in between the infield and center depth in the outfield, Mudcats will be covered. They'll be able to converge on it. 0-2 pitch. This misses away, and the count 1-2. Stapleton will get ready again, looking for the strikeout. 1-2 pitch to Griffin, and this hits Griffin in the shoulder. Luckily, that ball started to come down rather than rise. That would have been yet another player that we have seen hit in the head in the CCL this summer, and I believe that might be hit by pitch number 74 issued by Solano. Going to check on that for you right here. And here is the leadoff hitter today for the Crawdads, Jordan Thompson. After the hit by pitch, the bases are loaded. This pitch misses high and away to JT. And that is the 75th person that Solano has been this summer. So number 75 is Zach Griffin, who's now over at first. 1-0 pitch, this misses high. And Stapleton running the risk of walking a run in. Werner over at third. Pamilia at second, and Griffin at first. Two-0 pitch, and Thompson decided to take a hack at it. Thompson, switch hitter, taking his at-bats from the right-handed stance, at least so far. 2-1 pitch with 2 away, and Thompson rolls over on this softly to Rolling. Rolling makes an easy throw over to first. The Crawdads leave. The base is loaded. Cannot get a run with 2 away. Thompson probably wanted to put a better swing on the ball. See the approach trying to go the other way. Just unfortunately got on top of the ball a little bit too much and not able to strike it particularly hard. So the Crawdads leave all 3 bases occupied and are not able to score. It is still 0-0. Game moving very fast so far. See if it stays that way. 3rd inning coming up on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. Top of the third inning.
Third baseman, number 3, Justin Claxton.
Still 0-0. It'll be Justin Claxton, then Kobe Rolling and Tasso Foster. Scavone still on the mound for the Crawdads. First pitch from Scavone to the righty Claxton. He's playing at third base today for Solano. Misses low for ball 1. 1-0 pitch from Scavone. This is hit very high, but in foul territory, and Scavone will take a look at it, actually jog over towards the Crawdads dugout. But it'll land out of play for strike number 1. Claxton 7 for 56 this summer, batting a very measly 125. Does have 4 RBIs. That's why he's batting all the way down in the 8th spot. And now here is the number 9 hitter, Kobe Rolling. The third baseman, then the second baseman, and the lineup will turn over with Tasso Foster. First pitch to Kobe. Actually, I want to apologize. It's still Justin Claxton. Count 2-1. Swing and a miss by Claxton. Count 2-2. Got a little ahead of myself. Kobe Rolling is in the on-deck circle. Crawdads had picture day today. They took the team photo out near the outfield wall. 2-2 pitch. That bounces in the dirt up to Zach Griffin. The count runs full, 3-2. One more strike, and Scavone has a chance to strike out 4 consecutive batters. He struck out the side in the second. Looking to do the same here in the third, possibly. 3-2 pitch, and that gets Claxton. Unfortunately for him, he was not able to get out of the way. It would have been a walk regardless. On the 3-2 pitch, Scavone comes inside with a fastball, but too far inside.
The second baseman, number 8, Kobe Rolling.
And Claxton finds himself on first, and here is Kobe Rolling, who's hitting 131. Just 38 at-bats so far. Claxton with small lead off of first. And this pitch fouled back. Scavone has the sign from Griffin. 1-1 pitch. And that is called a ball. Missed outside. He was looking for it on the outer half to the lefty Rolling. I don't know if Tommy can throw much of a better pitch without putting it right down Main Street. And the runner goes. Bunt is shown. Bunt not executed with the precision that was necessary, however. And the count 2-2 after the bunt is fouled to the left. See if Pamilia creeps in a little bit here. Obviously the bunt sign should be off with 2 strikes, and Pamilia playing very close to the edge of the dirt, slightly in front of the bag and to the right. 2-2 pitch. This misses away, and the count is full, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch from Scavone is hit foul. Mudcats look like they are intent, at least showing here that Justin Claxton has the ability to run and that they want him to run. 3-2 pitch from Scavone misses low. And after hitting Claxton, Rolling walks. It's interesting. Claxton, who's been in motion a few times, does not have a stolen base all summer. Kobe Rolling, on the other hand, does have 4 with 6 attempts. Twice he's been caught. And pitching coach Zach Wallace over on the mound now having a conversation with the battery of Scavone and Zach Griffin. See, strategy is here, still scoreless, 0-0. A hit for each side. In the bottom of the second, the Crawdads left the bases loaded.
Shortstop, Tasso Foster.
And here is the one hitter for Solano, Tasso Foster. Foster hitting .301 and 114 ABs. He has 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position. Foster shows bunt, Dabbs finds it, able to flip over to Dardar, who covers at first for 1 out. So the sacrifice bunt by Tasso Foster is successful, moves both runners over. And there are now 2 runners in scoring position for the Mudcats, who are trying to score first. Good sack bunt by Tasso Foster, and here's Kenny DiCelli. Back-to-back right-handed hitters after the lefty Rolling, who's over on second. A big swing and a miss by Kenny. Good pitch from Scavone, and Scavone's ahead 0-1. Claxton over at third. Rolling at second. Good job by Chase Dabbs to charge that ball that was bunted over near his way. 0-1 pitch is hit high in the air. Will it stay in play? And it'll drift out towards the parking lot. Good crowd here today at Louis Gisto Field. I know still do not have the permanent grandstands installed. They're going to install that in August. But I'd say about 40 to 50 people here this afternoon, filling the picnic tables and the benches. 0-2 pitch is lined foul down the third baseline, past the third baseman, Pamilia. And there's no ball and 2 strikes to Kenny DiCelli. DiCelli with 18 runs batted in. 0-2 pitch, and this is a little bloop. Is Werner going to catch it? He does. Good job hustling by Werner out into very short center field. Good job of him calling for it, as well as Seth Dardar was also charging hard from his second baseman's position in the hole on the right side. And there are now 2 outs, and Scavone has a chance to work himself out of the jam. And here is Riley Lamb. First pitch to Lamb is checked at, and it sounded like it hit the bat, and we'll mark that a strike. Indeed it is. That hit off the handle of the bat of Lamb down into the dirt and back. And Scavone has the go-ahead from Ron Mosso. Now twirls the glove, wants to go back through the signs with Griffin, has a sign he likes, and fires. 0-1 is hit back up the box. That'll score 1 run, and now Rolling comes around third on his way home, slides in safely. 2 runs for Solano. They take a lead here in the top of the third inning, so they have the first 2 runs of the game. It is 2-0 Mudcats. DiCelli with the 2 RBI single. It's a good piece of hitting it right back up the middle to bring around Claxton and Rolling. Here is, check that actually off the bat of Riley Lamb. Here is Justin Banks. Banks swings at the first pitch he sees. Count 0-1. Pitch misses low and away from Scavone. Count evens out at 1-1. Tommy's just looking for out number 3 here. Now Tommy takes a peek over at first and steps back onto the rubber. And we're ready to go here. Wind blowing slightly to center. 1-1 pitch. Misses low and away. Count 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs, but the Mudcats in possession of a 2-0 lead here in Moraga, California at St. Mary's College. 2-1 pitch. This is hit the other way, but foul. The count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Banks, who does have 1 home run this summer. That came here on the 21st. 0-2 pitch, or 2-2 pitch rather, misses it away, and the count 3-2. 3-2, runner goes. This ball is fouled away. Count holds at 3-2. Three-two pitch again, and fouled back again. Count still full, 3 balls and 2 strikes with runner over on first. It's Riley Lamb, the catcher. Scavone's thrown 32 strikes and 22 balls. Already up at 54 pitches. Here's pitch 55, and it gets Banks fishing. Good strikeout for Scavone, his 4th strikeout of the afternoon. However, he did give up the 2 RBI single to Riley Lamb, which enabled the Mudcats to break open the scoring, and they have a 2-0 lead heading into the bottom of the 3rd. More Crawdads baseball coming up on the Crawdads streaming network when we return. Ready to get back down to business here at Louis Gisto Field in Moraga, California. 82 degrees today, very pleasant. Nestled here on the campus of St. Mary's in Moraga in the foothills. Very nice day, not too windy. A lot of people in attendance brought their own creek, brought their own chairs, their own beverages, their own food. And here is Dardar. First pitch to Seth, misses low, count 1-0. For the Crawdads, it's Seth Dardar at the plate. Then it'll be Jake Brandel and Diego Muniz. Dardar struck out, swinging back in the first. Dardar hitting in the 2 position today. And he's getting ready to go spend his first full year at Columbus. 1 to Dardar. Count 2-1 after another errant pitch from Stapleton. 2-1 to Seth. Seth checks at it, and that finds the outside corner. It's interesting, we've seen Scavone throw that same pitch a few times, and actually Scavone's looked better than Stapleton's, and they're called balls. You're going to have to see that strike zone get tightened up a little bit. Consistency is important. 2-2 pitch. That's outside, and the count full at 3-2. A lot of full counts today for both pitchers. Stapleton up at 41 pitches. And I think some issues with the catcher's equipment. Riley Lamb runs into the dugout. Not sure what's going on. Maybe it was the mask. It could be the glove. Maybe checking it for no, and it was. Looks like possibly something was up with the mask. Lamb's back out there behind the plate. Stapleton looking to throw strike number 21. Payoff pitch to Seth. Misses high and away, and that's ball 4. So 20 strikes, 22 balls. And after striking out his first trip to the plate, Dardar works the walk. It's the third free pass over to first given this afternoon by Stapleton, and here is the right-handed bat of Jake Brandell, who was the first man walked today by Stapleton. He's still looking for his first official AB. First pitch to Brandell is high and inside, about chin level. Saw Brandell get hit with a very dangerous pitch in the head and actually missed the helmet back in Yuba City. It hit him around the cheek. 1-0 pitch. Brandell swings and misses. Count 1-1 with Dardar over at first. Crawdads trailing 2-0. Just one hit so far for the Dads, but that's okay. They've been able to get on base with some good plate discipline. 1-1 pitch to Brandell. That's the inner half for strike number 2. Brandell very close to the plate, really crowding it. He has to take a strike there on a good pitch from Stapleton. One-two pitch to Brandell. It misses low and does not bounce away from Lamb. Actually landed right between his legs in the squat. Count 2-2. Center fielder Kenny DiCelli playing a few steps to his right. So he's shading Brandell to left. 2-2 pitch. A good job sliding and coming up with the ball by Riley Lamb on the pitch that missed away. And the count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dardar has his lead off of first, and he's not going. Pitch fouled away into the Crawdad dugout. And Brandell will walk around home plate, stretch the legs a bit, take a practice swing. The all-black bat. And get back into the batter's box with a 3-2 pitch coming up. Payoff pitch, Dardar runs. This ball is tapped over to third. Claxton has it. Only play is over to first. Dardar at second. And Brandell grounds out 5-3. Here's Diego with Dardar over at second. Second time that the Crawdads have had an inning with a runner in scoring position. First pitch from Stapleton to Muniz. About belt high, but over the plate for strike one. So the walk of Dardar, then the ground out by Brandel, and Muniz down 0-1. He was put out 6-3 back in the first. There's a good breaking ball from Stapleton, and Muniz in an 0-2 hole. Muniz batting just under 300, right at 292. He's 29 for 99 this summer. 2 home runs and 14 RBIs. 0-2 pitch. Muniz swings and cannot connect. Good job throwing some very effective pitches there by Andrew Stapleton. The bat is handed to Chase Dabbs as Muniz is now 0 for 2. That is the third strikeout for Stapleton. He has 3 strikeouts along with 3 walks. He's also hit a batter with a pitch. Here is the left-handed bat of Dabbs. First pitch to Dabbs is a fastball that runs away. See what the 300 hitting first baseman can do for the Crawdads. 1-0 pitch. That is a fastball that cuts in over the plate. Right down the middle. Count even at 1-1. Dardar with the lead over at second. And this is a curveball that can never quite break. Back in, and the count 2-1. Dabbs, obviously used to playing here. He does play at St. Mary's during the school year. Swings at this pitch and fouls it out of play behind the Crawdad dugout. Crawdads playing in the graphite tops with the white pants. Solano with the navy blue and the gray bottoms. 2-2 pitch, misses away. Dabbs is going to see a payoff pitch. I believe that is now the 4th batter, actually the 5th, that Stapleton has gone all the way with. 3-2, and Dabbs hits this over the head of Rolling, and that'll score Dardar from second. Kobe Rolling made a very athletic effort to get to the ball, jumped up, could not get the glove on the ball, and just tailed over his glove into right center. And Dabbs has an RBI single. That's his 12th run driven in this summer, and here is Trevor Werner.
Shortstop, Trevor Warner.
First pitch to Werner. Rising fastball. And misses high, and the count 1-0. Werner. This is Dabbs over on first. With 1 ball. 1-0 pitch is good for a strike. Another ball dropped by a catcher. At first it was Zach Griffin who had let about 3 balls go by out of the glove, but now I think that's 3 for Riley Lamb. 1-1 pitch. The runner goes, and Dabbs has second after the pitch gets away from Lamb. Dabbs in scoring position at second. Werner had an RBI back in the 3-2 victory on the 22nd against Solano, pinch hitting. And this pitch is fouled back, count even at 2-2. Both A&M men, Jordan Thompson and Trevor Werner, had RBIs in that 3-2 victory. Hayden Schott had the other. 2-2 pitch. Misses low. Bounces away from Lamb momentarily. Unfortunately for Dabbs over on second, it dies right in front of the plate. Lamb's able to fire it back to the pitcher, Stapleton. Payoff pitch to Werner. Werner swings through it and leaves Dabbs over on second. However, the Crawdads are able to put a mark up. It is now 2-1 because of Chase Dabbs' RBI single that brought home Seth Dardar. It was also helped out by some errant pitching and shoddy backstop play by Riley Lamb. That's all been very helpful for the Crawdads, who are down by a run heading into the top of the fourth. More Crawdads baseball on the Crawdads streaming network coming your way. Top of the fourth inning. Here is Sam Daly. He led off the second. Struck out. Then it'll be Mark Wolbert and Jordan Petrushka. First pitch to Daly misses around the ankles, height-wise. Scavone behind, 1-0 to Daly. This pitch, a fastball. This is the inside half to the right-handed bat of Daly. Daly in right field today. Hasn't seen a ball hit at him yet. Was the one to right center from Chase Dabbs as this pitch is fouled away. Strike on the board for Scavone. 2-1 pitch to Daly. Daly fouls this out of play as well, and the count is even, 2-2. Other action around the CCL, Healdsburg is up 5-2 on the West Coast Kings. 2-2 pitch is a fastball that was high. Sam Daly went after it, could not reach it. That pitch is so enticing, that fastball right around the upper letter area, in the letters and the collarbone. However, lights up your eyes. You cannot get to it. And here's Mark Wolbert after Sam Daly has struck out twice now. He's 0 for 2. Count 1-0 to Wolbert. Pitch misses high and away. San Luis Obispo, the Blues are leading the MLB Youth Academy Barons 2-0 over in Compton in the top of the third. 2-0 pitch. This misses high. Count 3-0 to Wolbert, who's 0 for 1. He struck out in the second. That was the second of the 3 strikeouts that Scavone had in the second inning. Struck out the side. 3-0 pitch, and that's a strike, says Ron Masso. The count 3-1 with 1 away. Solano here leading 2-1. Lincoln Potters are down by a run, 3-2 against the Seattle Studs. This pitch misses. It's been just a shade low to Masso's liking. In fact, Griffin turns around and says, "What was wrong with that one?" Wonder what the explanation was. Boy, I wish we had mics on the field. That would be a real fun adventure. Might not be too family friendly, however. And here is Jordan Petrushka after the walk of Wolbert. It's the second walk given today by Scavone. First pitch to Petrushka misses low and outside. Petrushka 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Back in the second. That game between Lincoln and Seattle, which Seattle is leading 3-2, is being played in Lincoln at McBean Stadium. It's in the bottom of the third. Second pitch misses in the dirt. Count is 2-0. And the Conejo Oaks are just about to get started here against the Santa Barbara Foresters. That game in Santa Barbara. And then later tonight at 6:05 p.m. it'll be the OC Riptide against the Arroyo Seco Saints. 2-0 pitch to Petrushka. Misses well. That is 3 straight balls to Petrushka and 4 consecutive dating back to the last pitch rendered to Mark Wolbert, which was also outside the zone. 3-0 pitch with Wolbert over on first. That's a good strike on the inside half of the plate, and the count is 3-1. 3-1 pitch, the runner goes, and it misses the zone, however, so it'll be runners on first and second. Wolbert was going to steal. However, no need to slide into second after the walk is given. Back-to-back walks from Scavone. Scavone going to need to try to find the control again after a clean first 2 innings. Scavone had some trouble in the third, and he's walked 2 batters consecutively here in the fourth. This pitch is ripped down the third base line, and it's actually going to be waved foul. It looked good. In fact, the third base coach for Solano was waving the runners home. Came off the bat of Justin Claxton pretty hard. That looked fair. I think the Crawdads may have just been given a gift. And I have a pretty good view of it, and even Pamilia thought, oh boy, that's going to be 2 runs. The Crawdads are kind of laughing out there about it. I'm sure Scavone is happy with that. 0-1 pitch, misses. Good block by Griff. Count 1-1. Claxton was hit by a pitch in the third. 1-1 pitch to Justin, and he takes this pitch nowhere near the zone, and the control has really gotten away from Scavone. Scavone, who came into this game only with 7 walks and 20 innings pitched, now has 3 in just 3 1/3. Count 2-1 with 1 away. Runners on first and second. Wolbert over at second base. Petrushka over at first. And the 2-1 pitch is jammed foul, and that looks like it'll stay in the field of play. Griffin makes the catch behind the plate, shading over towards the dugout of Solano. Very good play by Griffin, able to rip the mask off and put the squeeze on the baseball for out number 2.
Second baseman, Kobe Rowling.
That's a momentum killer for Solano. As now they're 2 away with the 9-hitter Kobe Rowling at the plate. He did walk back in the 3rd. Swings at the first pitch from Scavone here in the bottom of the 4th. And the count 0-1. A good pitch from Scavone to induce the pop-up in foul territory. 0-1 pitch. And that's 2 straight swings and misses for Kobe Rowling. Kobe going to have to battle here. Tommy hunting for strikeout number 6. Already with 5, he struck out Banks. He struck out Sam Daly twice. Wolbert and Petrushka 1 apiece. And ahead of 0-2 to Rowling. He has a chance here for strikeout 6. Let's see. And it misses in the dirt. Count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jordan Thompson playing a few steps in center fielder. In fact, all the outfielders are playing just a little bit into the second baseman for Solano, Kobe Rowling, who small of stature but is very speedy. And this pitch misses away. Count 2-2. Scavone does not want to let Rowling off of the hook. Doing a good job laying off some pitches after swinging at the first 2 pitches of the at-bat. 2-2 is on the way. Scavone fires, and he gets Rowling on the outer half with a good fastball. That is strikeout number 6 for Tommy. Rowling goes down looking. For Scavone, the first backwards K of the day, and the Crawdads able to come out, leaving 2 potential runs on the base paths. And really a gift from the umpires, maybe, with a ball that was hit very hard by Justin Claxton down the third base line that would have scored Mark Wolbert and Jordan Petrushka. Instead was called foul. And the Crawdads did not let that gift go to waste. They capitalized on the second chance and were able to put up a clean inning. The 3rd out of the 4 we've played, the 2 runs for the Solano Mudcats were both earned in the 3rd, and it is 2-1 Mudcats here in Moraga, California. Bottom of the 4th in just a short moment. Bottom of the 4th, Hayden Schott steps into the batter's box. First pitch to Schott is a fastball with a little bit of a tail to it, and it comes back down into the zone. Count 0-1. Schott is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. It's Schott, then Pamilia, and Zach Griffin. His pitch. Another strike. Count 0-2. 1 taken, 1 swung on, and the 0-2 is hit over the head of Stapleton, and that gets down in right center for a base hit. Good piece of 2-strike hitting by Hayden Schott. Little protection swing, but able to get on base. Crawdads looking for the equalizer here in the bottom of the 4th. Anthony Pamilia at the plate. Last time the Mudcats were here, Pamilia actually had a 4 for 5 day. First pitch misses inside to Pamilia, count 1-0. He had 3 doubles with 2 RBIs and a single. Fortunately for the Crawdads, that was a 14-10 loss. That was a game in which they were leading 10-4 at one point. The 8th inning from you-know-where after the pickoff move to first. Solano was able to score 10 runs in the top of the 8th. That was a heartbreaker for Walnut Creek. That seems like an eternity ago. Count 1-0 to Pamilia, keeping eyes on shot is Stapleton, and a fastball here that misses just a bit outside. And there's some good pitches by Stapleton. I'm sure both pitchers are having a tough time. 2-0 on the way to Anthony, who's at third base today for the Crawdads, and Pamilia fouls this back. Count 2-1, and interesting, a really nice move to get the foul ball by Jackson Hewlett. Then did a little moonwalk and then a pirouette, and now he's sitting back down over near the dugout. What it is with these guys, they got to go find the ball as quickly as possible. Sometimes you get pitchers from both teams who aren't pitching that day racing for the foul balls. 2-1 to Pamilia, and he takes. It is now 3 balls and 1 strike with nobody out. Hayden shot over at first. Pamilia did have a hit back in the second. Three-one to Anthony. Anthony swings and pops this up. And Banks looking at it behind the first base bag. Instead, it'll be the second baseman, Kobe Rolling, who makes the catch. I think Banks may have lost it in the sun. Luckily for him, Rolling was right behind him to back him up. And that is out number 1 in the bottom of the 4th. Pamilia now 1 for 2. That'll bring on Zach Griffin, who's hit by a pitch back in the second. So the right-handed batter out of San Joaquin Delta College can do with a runner on first. First pitch to Griffin, missed high. No back pick attempt from the catcher, Riley Lamb. Shot with his lead over at first. 1-0 pitch to Griffin, who takes. Count evens out at 1-1 with 1 away. Solano leading 2-1. Score update over at McBean Stadium. It is now 7-3 Lincoln. And a good jump from Hayden Schott. He was going to have second base. It was spoiled by a foul ball off the bat of Zach Griffin. Count 1-2. Stapleton at an even 75 pitches. 40 strikes, 35 balls. Stapleton wanted to check over at first once again. Probably after standing jump that Shot had. 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss by Griffin. Goes after a pitch in the dirt. And that is the second out here in the bottom of the 4th. It's the 5th strikeout today for Stapleton. He's thrown a lot of pitches outside the zone. Figure you want to make him throw more pitches. This pitch misses to Jordan Thompson. Thompson 0 for 2. Thompson batting right-handed today. I mentioned the last time that Solano was here. took his first 2 at-bats lefty, and then took the third righty as this pickoff move is not in time to get Hayden's shot. And when he took the third at-bat righty, Thompson smacked a 3-run home run. He's going righty again here today. He's 0 for 2. 1-0 pitch to JT. That's down the pipe. Count even at 1-1. Maybe if he doesn't come up with gold here, JT may elect to go back to the left side. 1-1 pitch to Thompson. Thompson swings. Fouls this off the bat and out of play. That'll come down way behind the broadcast booth here at Louis Gisto Field. Cannot wait to see this place once the renovation is complete. Really new installation. It's going to be about a $40 million project. Put new grandstands in. 1-2 pitch. Misses in the dirt. Count 2-2. Field here is already pristine. It's a very nice playing surface for these collegiate players to play on during the summer. Only thing missing is the fan experience. 2-2 pitch is fouled back into the backstop. Count holds it 2-2, although do have a nice crowd today. However, with the conventional seatings, it just makes it easier on the fans, makes it easier on everybody. I'll be excited to see a brand new shiny broadcast booth. 2-2 pitch to Thompson. Thompson looks at it, and it was around the knees, but called a ball. The count is full, 3-2 to the Crawdad center fielder. Still 2-1. Just over an hour into the game. Payoff pitch, shot goes, and this ball is rolled over to Stapleton, who then makes a throw over to first to get Thompson. Shot is stranded. And the Crawdads, after scoring a run in the bottom of the third, cannot duplicate in the bottom of the fourth, and they are still behind 2-1. Fifth inning coming up after this short break. Welcome back to Crawdads Baseball. Just coming up on the halfway mark in the game. Top of the fifth. About to commence. Scavone still on the mound. Looking to embark upon his fifth inning of work. Only a few more dates left here at Louis Gisto Field this summer. On the 28th, that's a Wednesday at 4:30 against Solano. Then on Friday the 30th at 4 p.m., that'll be against Lincoln. And then the season finale will be Sunday, the 1st of August at 1 p.m. against Solano. First pitch from Scavone is good for strike one. And Tasso Foster takes the second pitch for a strike. The count 0-2. So it's Foster. On deck is Kenny DiCelli, and then Riley Lamb in the hole. 0-2 pitch from Scavone is a curveball that breaks far too early. The count 1-2 to the Mudcats shortstop, who's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. 1-2 pitch misses low. The count even at 2-2. Tassos batting .300 with 15 RBIs. Usually leads off for the Mudcats. 2-2 pitch. There's a good breaker from Scavone. Call the ball. And the count is full, 3-2. Scavone about to throw pitch number 85. 3-2 pitch from Tommy is dropped by Griffin, and that will be a base for Tasso Foster. Didn't look like that was called a strike by Ron Mosso, so it was just a dropped fourth ball. First pitch from Scavone to Kenny DeCelli is fouled back. Have to wonder if Griffin would have been able to hold the squeeze on the baseball. Ron Mosso would have rung up Tasso Foster. Instead, Foster over on first. And a good breaking ball from Scavone. Gets Kenny DeCelli trying to golf at one down near the shoe tops. And here's Scavone leaning in. Takes a quick glance over to first. The hop out by Griffin, and then a throw over to first. Keeping tabs on Tasso Foster. Foster does have 4 stolen bases. Here's a curveball that gets away from Griffin. And that'll be a pass ball. Was not a particularly accurate pitch by Scavone. Foster over on second, and still 2 strikes on DeCelli. The count is 1-2. Pitch here from Scavone, gets DeCelli swinging. Very good fastball. And on the hands. DeCelli can't do anything with it. He's now 0 for 3. That's the 6th strikeout, or the 7th actually, for Scavone. 6 swinging, 1 looking. And here's a curveball that's hit high in the air, but in right field, playable, and it's caught by Hayden Schott. And Schott whips a throw in very quickly. A strike fired to Pamelia. Make sure that Foster doesn't try to tag up and make it over to third, and here is Justin Banks. Lamb, 2 for 3. And here's Banks, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. First pitch to Banks misses away. But the lefty Banks does have a runner in scoring position. 1-0 pitch. Bounces up to Griffin. Good block from Zach. He's had trouble blocking the ball today. It's just both catchers have had an arduous afternoon so far trying to just squeeze the ball in the leather. 2 balls, no strikes to Banks. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Foul tipped into Griffin's glove. Caught that one. The count 2-1. Banks looking for RBI number 9 here. Have to think a single would score the Speedy Foster from second. 2-1 pitch is a good breaking ball that starts outside, comes back in, and ends up right on the outside black of the plate. Count even 2-2. With 2 outs, here's the pitch. This misses low and away. Good scramble by Griffin, able to put the glove down and come up with the ball. The count is full, 3-2. Scavone has a chance for strikeout number 8. That would tie his summer high. He had 8 strikeouts against Berkovich on the 18th. 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed, and Scavone has tied his summer high for strikeouts. That's 8 strikeouts so far this afternoon, and we are halfway through today's ball game. It is 2-1 Mudcats. Scavone has done a great job on the mound. Wonder if he'll come back out in the 6th. It's up around 95 pitches, however, so we'll see if he is done today. But the Crawdads still in it. It's 2-1, and Scavone has been masterful on the mound. Bottom of the 5th. Coming up after this break, you are watching baseball on the Crawdads streaming network. Coming to the game, bring your own creek. Bring a chair, a blanket, your favorite snack, something else. This is your creek. Bring what you want. Get creative, tag us, and use hashtag BYOCreek to show off what you're bringing to the game. Seth Dardar leading off the bottom half of the inning, bottom of the 5th here. Crawdads only down by a run. It is 2-1 Solano. First pitch to Dardar, missed away. 1-0 pitch to Seth. It's inside to the lefty for strike 1. Count even at 1-1. After Dardar, it'll be Jake Brandell and then Diego Muniz. Another pitch misses. Count 2-1. Stapleton still on the mound. He's looking to go 5 innings, just like Scavone. And Dardar hits this high, but very foul. And this will land over near the picnic area here at Louis Gisto Field. And the count even at 2-2. Seen Dardar hit a very hard line drive home run to right field. Actually, this is the last time Solano was here, and Seth hit it off of one of the poles that keeps the netting up. That rings around the stadium here. 2-2 pitch to Seth.
Yeah.
Seth swings, hits this on the ground, but foul down the first base line. Hart, first base umpire today. Kate Hart behind the plate. Ron Mosso, and then
Meatballs or meatloaf.
Yeah.
2-2 pitch misses outside, and Nick Pontecorvo over at third. It's the crew today. Three-two pitch, and Dardar tossed the bat thinking it was ball 4. Instead, Mosso rings him up.
And Dardar is retired looking. One away, bottom of the 5th inning. And here's Jake Brandell, who's 0 for 1. He walked in the first and was put out 5-3 in the third. On deck, Diego Muniz. First pitch to Brandell from Stapleton. Hits the zone. 0-1 pitch. Brandell is cued over towards first base. Banks has it, then tosses underhand at Stapleton, who's covering the bag for the second out. Two outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's Diego Muniz, the Oklahoma Sooner.
Left fielder, Diego Muniz.
And Muniz hits this on the ground over to Foster, who fires over to first in time. 6-3. 1-2-3 inning for Stapleton on the mound. And the Mudcats retain their lead at 2-1 after 5. This is Walnut Creek Crawdads baseball on the Crawdads streaming network. Welcome back to Louis Gisto Field. I'm Alon Desai here, bringing you the play-by-play for today's game between the Walnut Creek Crawdads and the Solano Mudcats in Moraga, California. So glad that you can join us. Crawdads down right now by a run. It's 2-1 Mudcats, and there is a new pitcher on the mound for the Crawdads. It'll be Xander Walker, or Walker Xander, however, or rather. Tommy Scavone's day is done. He went 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. Both were earned. Struck out 8, which tied a summer high, and walked 4, faced 22. We'll see if the Zan man can get on track this afternoon. It's been a rough summer for him on the mound. The first man he'll face is the right-handed bat of Sam Daly. Then it'll be Mark Wolbert and Jordan Petrushka. First pitch from Walker Xander is good for strike 1. Xander comes in with a 9.22 ERA. This is his 8th appearance. He has made 2 starts, and he's pitched 13 2/3 innings. This pitch misses in, count even at 1-1. Problem for Xander has definitely been the location. Had trouble staying in the zone consistently. Last appearance was on July 21st against Solano. 1-1 pitch to Daly. Daly fouls this back into the netting. Over near the on-deck hitter, Mark Wolbert. So good job on the mound by Tommy Scavone today. Get the 8 strikeouts, keep the Mudcats to only 2 runs. Good quality start for him. Unfortunately, he won't be in line for the victory. And this pitch misses away from Xander. Count 2-2. Walker does have 13 strikeouts this summer. He's allowed 21 hits and 8 walks. I'd like to see him get strikeout number 14 here for the man at Texas A&M. 2-2 pitch, and Daly watches it go by, and that's called strike 3, and then the throw over to third base. Familia's over there. They do a little throw around after, the out is made, and Griffin skied it over to Familia's head. Good thing no one's on base. A good job out of the pen so far for Walker Zander. That's his 14th strikeout that he's been able to register this summer. And Daly's 0 for 3, all by way of the punch out. First pitch here to Mark Wolbert is good for strike 1. Wolbert's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He has also walked. Second pitch, also a strike. Well, looks like the Zan man is getting on track. Back on the 21st, he was not able to record an out of the bullpen. Gave up 4 runs and was charged with the loss. This pitch misses Hideaway, but only slightly. They count 1 and 2. That was against the Mudcats in that 14-10 loss. 1-2 pitch is in the dirt. Good block by Zach Griffin. And there's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out with Wolbert at the plate. And Petrushka, the designated hitter, on deck. 2-2 pitch is hit the other way, but it dies out in foul territory over near the tarp. And the count stays at 2 and 2. Best outing of the season was probably on June 16th against the Blues. This is a pitch on the outer half that rings up Mark Wolbert. So a good breaking ball that comes back in. Like a little slider. And Wolbert strikes out for his second time. Back-to-back strikeouts for Walker Zander.
Jordan Petrushka.
Both have been looking, and Jordan Petrushka, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk, very similar to Mark Wolbert. See if Zander can strike out the side. A check swing there from Petrushka. Does not go around. Petrushka, the designated hitter this afternoon for Solano. But on June 16th against the San Luis Obispo Blues, that was a 7-2 loss for the Crawdads. This ball hit over to Dabbs at first, and Dabbs steps on the first base bag for a clean inning. Good job, Walker Zander. Welcome back. After 5.5, it is still 2-1. Solano leads by a run, but the Crawdads coming up to bat next. Be right back with more Crawdads baseball on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Bottom of the 6th inning, 2-1 Solano here in Moraga, California. There's a new pitcher on the mound for the Mudcats. So both starting pitchers able to go 5 innings. The new pitcher is Anthony Corrales. Stapleton, who started the game for the Mudcats, was able to pitch 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, just the 1 run. Walked 3 and struck out 6, faced 22. So the same exact amount of men that Scavone also went up against. Scavone gave up one more run, however, did record 2 extra strikeouts. And Walker Zander came out of the bullpen to strike out the first 2 batters he saw, Sam Daly and then Mark Wolbert, and then the easy ground out of Jordan Petrushka. Before we went to break, I was going to mention that the best start of the summer for Walker was on June 16th against the Blues. He was able to go 3 innings that day. Face 17. We'll see how far he goes this afternoon. Chase Dabbs leading off the bottom of the 6. It's Dabbs, then Warner, and Schott, lefty, righty, lefty. First pitch from the righty Corrales, who also catches and wears number 0 out there on the mound. He's 5'9", 170 pounds. Be a freshman at Solano JC. 1-0 pitch, and that's fouled. Count 1-1 to Dabbs. This is Corrales' 4th appearance this summer. He's pitched 6 2/3 innings, 8 strikeouts, 5 balls on the mound, and 6 hits given up. 1-1 pitch. Tails low and inside to the lefty Dabbs. 2-1. Dabbs has the RBI single, the lone run of the game so far for the Crawdads. And Dabbs hits this hard, but right at Tasso Foster, who just squats down a little bit to make the catch at his 6th spot. And that'll bring on Trevor Warner. Warner's 0 for 2 today. Hit into a fielder's choice. And then also struck out in the 3rd. See if Warner can get a hold of the ball here. First pitch to Warner is a fastball that right underneath the hands. Count 1-0. Warner goes through his routine as he exits the batter's box, stretches the bat behind his back, and then swings, steps back in, and he's ready to battle here against Corrales. 1-0 pitch to Warner. Warner takes, and that is ball number 2. July 20th against the Healdsburg Prune Packers was Corrales' last appearance, which he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs. That game was already well out of hand, however, as Stapleton started that game, gave up 11 runs. 2-0 pitch to Warner, who swings, hits it high, and coming in is DeCelli, who will drift all the way into the farthest reaches of right center field. Call off both Daly and Kobe Rolling for out number 2.
Right fielder, Hayden Schott.
Here is Hayden Schott with 2 away. Schott takes the first fastball high for ball 1. On deck is Anthony Pamilia, but in the box now, the Columbia Lion, who takes a second pitch for a ball, count 2-0. 2 Columbia Lions on this Crawdads team, who are looking to finish the season above 500. They're 18-21. Coming into this game, 2-0 pitch to Hayden, misses high. There are 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0 pitch to Schott, who swings, hits this hard, and that ball is gone as he flips the bat and watches it leave Louis Gisto Field. The game is tied 2-2. Schott knew it as soon as it came off the bat. He swung on a 3-0 pitch. It was a cookie down the plate, just a get-me-over fastball, and Hayden Schott has tied the game with his 3rd home run of the summer. It's 2-2 now, and the Crawdads feeling it in the dugout, giving Schott some love, and here comes the third baseman, Anthony Pamilia. shot now 2 for 3 after a monster home run to right field. And that was an absolute detonation off of the lumber. First pitch to Pamilia. It's called ball 1. It's rough in the first inning out of the pen for Corrales. He gives up a home run on the 10th pitch that he threw. He's thrown 4 strikes and 8 balls. 1-0 pitch to Pamilia with the game tied 2-2 in the bottom of the 6th with 2 away. And the count now 2-0 after the pitch missed to Pamilia. Pamilia lets the 2-0 go by, and it's out of the glove of the catcher, Riley Lamb, and the count 3-0. Pitch number 15 on the way from Corrales. 3-0, Pamilia lets it go, and that is ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk after the solo home run given up to Hayden Schott. And the 9-hitter, Zach Griffin, walks up to the plate. Griffin 0 for 1 with a strikeout. The strikeout was in the 4th. He was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. That was a pitch that hit him right on the shoulder, the front-facing shoulder, the left shoulder of the right-handed batter, Griffin. Corrales sets and delivers. Griffin hits this on the ground softly, and it gets over the glove of Jordan Banks and then rolls into shallow right field, and then a pitch back into second to Banks, who is covering, and a Little League run comes home if I've ever seen one. I was trying to dissect what was going on. First, the ball was rolled over. It gets over the glove of Banks. Then it gets into the outfield. I mean, if you can call it the outfield, it's the grass right after the dirt. Second baseman rolling does not cover to get the ball. Then the ball is fielded, thrown over to Banks, who's then covering second. Rolling throws it by Banks. And Pamilia scores all the way from first. And now on second is Zach Griffin. 2 errors on the play. One by Banks, one by Rolling. So E3 and then E4 in that order. And Zach Griffin over on second with Jordan Thompson at the plate, and the Crawdads leading 3-2. Thompson hits this high into short left field, and the catch is made by Wolbert. One of the oddest runs I've ever seen score. As Pamilia was on first, came all the way around from first to score to take the lead for the Crawdads, with 2 away on what should have just been a routine ground ball that was picked up by Banks and then flipped on to Corrales, who would have been at first covering. But then the mistake is compounded by Kobe Rolling's terrible throw to second with Banks, who was covering the bag. And that rolled away from Banks. Next thing you know, Pamilia is scoring at home plate. That is how we have reached this juncture in the ballgame. It is 3-2 Crawdads, 7th inning. Coming up shortly on the Crawdads streaming network.
For Solano, third baseman number 3, Justin Claxton.
Welcome back to Crawdads Baseball. 7th inning going to be started here by Justin Claxton. It'll be 8-9-1 for Solano, who now trails 3-2 after the wild run in the bottom of the 6th. Off the bat of Griffin that scored Pamelia. And first pitch from Walker Xander. It's good for a strike. Seen a good fastball so far out of Xander. And this pitch comes in and hits the hands, maybe the forearm area of Justin Claxton. It'll be Kobe rolling, and then on deck is Tasso Foster for Solano. The first mistake that Xander has made this afternoon, but he can come back and make some good pitches. Just a fastball that got away from righty Xander, and here is the lefty rolling, checks at it, and count 0-1. Rolling's 0 for 1 with strikeout looking. That was in the 4th. He did walk in the 3rd, move over to first, and Justin Claxton slides back in. Here's the pitch, and this bunt attempt is no good as the ball is thrown so hard that it is fouled off of the bat of the number 9 hitter Rolling, and then back into the backstop. After an attempt at employing some small ball, Rolling is in an 0-2 hole. Here's the pitch, and that is a strike. The throw into second.
Oh, it fell out.
And the ball was dropped. The throw was in time. The ball came out of the glove of Trevor Warner. Would have been a double play. A very good throw from Griffin after the strikeout pitch from Xander to get Rolling.
Shortstop, Tasso Foster.
That's the 3rd strikeout for Walker. And here is Tasso Foster with Claxton off of second. First pitch is a fastball to Foster. Count 1-0. Walker with 3 strikeouts so far in this outing out of the bullpen. His summer high is 5. 1-0 pitch. That's bounced foul near the Crawdad dugout. And the count even at 1-1 with 1 out. Dar shaded over near the second base bag. Holding the runner on, now backs out. And the 1-1 pitch, this misses away. A good scramble by Griffin, who then fakes the throw over to second. And the count 2-1. Next pitch will be pitch number 22 for Xander. 13 strikes, 8 balls. Xander looks back to second and fires. 2-1 pitch, misses away. Griffin able to scramble and get to it. And the count is swelling. It is 3 balls and 1 strike. Just like to see Walker put a good fastball. He's got the velocity. You can just pull one in to the strike zone here. There it is. Blows it right by Foster. And Foster going to see a payoff pitch. Walked his last trip in the 5th. 3-2, and
All right,
Xander lets Foster off the hook. Missed with the fastball low. Foster's on base. Over at first. That is the first walk given by Walker Xander. He has hit a man. He hit Claxton to start the top of the 7th. Claxton is now over at second. And he struck out Kobe Rolling. Had a chance to strike out Tasso Foster. Instead, walks him in a 3-2 count. And here is the number 2 hitter, Kenny DiCelli, the center fielder, who takes a fastball for a ball. And the count 1-0. DiCelli 0 for 3 today. Struck out once. 1-0 pitch is lined over to Pamilia at third, and then the throw back to second. Double play. A good job at the hot corner by Anthony Pamilia, who then is able to throw back and get Claxton off the bag at second. That is beautiful. So the line out over Pamilia, 5, and then throws it to Dardar at second. Beautiful double play turned by the Crawdads to help out their bullpen man, Walker Xander, in his second inning of work, and to help him put a donut on the scoreboard. Halfway through the 7th, it is 3-2 Crawdads, bottom of the 7th inning. In just a few here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Bottom of the 7th inning. Happy to bring this game to you. Only a few more dates here in Moraga for the Crawdads. Seth Dardar up to bat. It'll be Dardar, then Brandel, and Muniz. There is a new pitcher on the mound for Solano. It's Logan Haslam. Big rip taken by Dardar at a pitch in the dirt. Count 0-1. We last saw Haslam on the 21st here at Louis Gisto Field in that 14-10 loss for the Crawdads. Haslam went 4 innings, gave up 8 earned runs. At one point it was 8-3. And this pitch misses low. Dardar lays off. Count 1-1. In that game, Haslam faced 26 Crawdads, gave up 10 hits along with the 8 runs, 3 walks, and did have 2 strikeouts. 1-1 pitch. Dardar rips this on the ground, and it dribbles in to right center. There's a single for Dardar. He took a big hack at the first pitch, laid off the second, and on the third pitch, he was able to put the ball in play and find himself on first base with a leadoff single. That's Dardar's first hit of the game. He is now 1 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and the aforementioned single. Here's Jake Brandel. Has not been the prettiest of summers for the right-hander Logan Haslam, the sophomore at Willamette. He has a 15.52 ERA. And Brandell swings at a pitch that goes foul, lands to the right of the press box. Haslam's pitched just 1 out shy of 27 innings. 28 strikeouts, 26 walks, and with the hit given up to Dardar, that's now 49 for the summer. This is his 11th appearance. 0-1 is fouled off the inner half of the bat near the handle, and Brandell is down 0-2. Brandell still looking for his first hit of the contest. Walked in the first. That was a good sign, but then 5-3 and 4-3 respectively in the third and fifth innings. Brandell down 0-2. Here's the pitch. This is a curveball that starts out well, but then misses well off the plate. Count 1-2 with Dardar over at first. Brandell started off the summer hot when he got to Walnut Creek. He's cooled off a bit since then. This pitch, another curveball, misses low. Back-to-back attempts with the breaking stuff for Haslam. No dice. Corrales was able to go an inning, gave up 2 runs. Just one of them earned. 2-2 pitch. This is hit softly on the ground to Banks, who does make this play, unlike the bottom of the 6th, and then flips it to Haslam covering first for the first out. But Dardar makes it over to second. And the Crawdads have a runner in scoring position. I mentioned the 2 runs that were scored by the Crawdads in that bottom of the 6th. One of them was on the play that Banks had an error, then Kobe Rolling had an error. Diego Muniz now stepping into the batter's box. Corrales only faced 6. Did not register a strikeout. Walked 1. Oh, with 1 away, here's Diego Muniz. With Dardar on second, first pitch to Muniz is ball 1. Muniz looking for hit number 30. 1-0 pitch. That hits the outer half to the righty Muniz for strike number 1. Count 1-1. Muniz has hit a few balls over to Foster at short in the first and the 5th. Hole on the right if Muniz can go the other way. Instead, he takes it out to left. The ball is carrying, and it's the left center, and it hangs up long enough for DiCelli to catch it. Looks like he was trying to pull the ball there. Unfortunately, was not able to get around on it fast enough, and the ball just died out in left center field. Muniz sitting on an 0 for 4. Here is Chase Dabbs, who has an RBI single, has lined out to shortstop and walked in the second. Dardar over at second. Like to pad the lead a little bit. You are in front 3-2 if you're the Crawdads. First pitch misses low to Dabbs. But just the 1-run lead against Solano, who came back from 6 down the last time they were visiting here. No lead is safe. 1-0 pitch misses outside. Count 2-0 to Chase Dabbs. Dabbs having a very good summer at the plate. He's been the best first baseman for the Crawdads this summer. 2-0 pitch to Chase. Misses low. Good pick by Riley Lamb. And the count 3-0. Dardar just off of second. There's a big hole up the middle as shortstop Foster is playing closer to the bag than Kobe Rolling is. Everybody else standard depth. And that's a strike. Count 3-1. Dabbs, if he can line a ball up the middle, has plenty of real estate to work with. 3-1 pitch to Chase, who swings and hits this on the ground straight to Rolling, who throws to first to take care of Dabbs. That is the third out. In the bottom of the seventh, the Crawdads strand Dar at second base, so they leave him on. He was able to get a hit. However, Brandel, Muniz, and Dabbs unable to move him over and ultimately score a run to pad the lead. So the Crawdads still have the narrow one-run lead. It is 3-2 through 7. Top of the eighth, Nathan Peng has been inserted in relief of Walker Zander. Peng is the third pitcher for the Crawdads this afternoon. Both teams gone to multiple men out of the bullpen. First pitch from Peng is fouled back by Riley Lamb. It's Lamb, then Banks, and Sam Daly. Zander, very good job out of the bullpen today. Went 2 innings, 2 strong innings. This pitch is hit softly to Dar at second, who then has to recover after bobbling the bounce. Tries to throw it over to first in time. Does not get Lamb. And that'll be ruled a hit for Riley, who is having a good day himself. Couple of hits.
First baseman, Justin Banks.
And here is Justin Banks. First pitch to Banks from Peng is a strike on the outer half. Count 0-1 with Riley over off of first. Zander was able to go 2 innings, faced 7, struck out 3, walked 1. There's a good breaking ball from Peng. And the count 0-2 to Banks, who has struck out twice. This could be the hat trick. Peng sets, readies, and delivers. This pitch is fouled. Hard and out of play. Peng is making his 9th appearance today with an 11.81 ERA. He's pitched 10 2/3 innings, struck out 13, walked 9, given up 17 hits, and this ball is fouled again. 2 straight foul balls from Peng to Banks, and the count still 0-2. Banks has a little bit of pop in the bat. Does have a home run this summer with 8 RBIs. Tying runs on first. Go-ahead run at the plate with nobody out. Here in the top of the 8th with the Crawdads leading 3-2. Peng has a sign from Griffin, and here's the pitch. This misses low and inside. That's the first ball of the at-bat, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. To the Mudcat first baseman. See if there's a pickoff move. Instead, there's not. This ball bounces up to Griffin. Good pick by Griff. And the count evens out at 2-2 with Peng having an opportunity to not only collect the first out of the 8th, but to record his 14th strikeout. This ball is chopped foul over the head of Chase Dabbs. Peng, a 6'2 righty. He's a senior over at UC Davis. Along with Jake Brandell, who's over at Davis. So there's 5 Aggies, multiple Aggies on this team, except 3 of them are from A&M. The rest are from UC Davis. 2-2 pitch. This misses low and inside, and the count runs full, 3-2. Peng has had trouble with the walks. In fact, on July 21st, keep referencing that game. We've seen so many of these pitchers played in that game. He walked 3, faced 10. 3-2 pitch. This misses high and away. And that is a walk surrendered by Peng. So interesting. Manager Brant Cummings showing faith in both Walker Zander and now Nathan Peng. On the 21st in that 14-10 loss, it was Peng who came out of the pen in relief of Micah Davis, who was the second pitcher in for Chris Gilmartin, who made a great start, but then Peng gave up 6 earned runs, and then Zander gave up 4. And that's how it became a 14-10 loss instead of a possible 10-4 victory. Manager Cummings showing faith in both the men who could not hold up their ends of the bargain earlier in the week. Zander come in and pitched admirably. He's done a very good job. He did a very good job, but it's Peng's turn now. 2 runners on. Lamb at second, Banks at first. Daly in the box. And Daly hits this hard. Werner dives, gets it, throws over to second for 1 out. And the Crawdads are only able to get the one, but a beautiful diving stop made by Trevor Werner, who's at shortstop today. So not only can he play a very competent third base, but he is good in the hole.
Left fielder, Mark Wilbert.
And just the 1 out. And here is Mark Wolbert, who is 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking. And he did walk in the 4th, but there are runners at the corners. First pitch from Peng is a ball. The count is 1-0 from Peng to Wolbert. Lamb on first. Banks was taken care of at second. And Daly made it to first on the fielder's choice. There's a good pitch. Same location. This one called a strike. I wonder if Peng hits the same spot a 3rd time, what Ron Masso will say about it. The left fielder, Mark Walbert. A lefty against the righty Peng. 1-1 pitch. That missed a little low, perhaps the count 2-1. That was about the same height as the previous 2 pitches. This, in fact, was more inside center cut over the plate, and this is just it's getting a little out of hand. I feel bad for Nathan. He is having to play 2 teams right now. 2-1 pitch, and this is fouled back into the netting. Thank God for that netting, especially for all these fans out here. Boy, some nice umbrellas. They'd get annihilated by these foul balls. Instead, it's just their cars in the parking lot. 2-2. Daly over at first. And Lamb at third. This ball hit on the ground. This will get by Werner. And that will be the tying run. It is 3-3. The tying run comes in. It is Lamb. As Mark Wolbert able to poke the ball the other way. On the ground just past the shortstop, Trevor Werner, who made a beautiful diving play earlier to help record an out. However, this time it would have needed to be a sidekick to predict that the ball would be that far out of his reach. Here is Petrushka. Got to watch out for Petrushka, and time is called right as Peng was going into the motion. Boy. It is now 3-3 here in Moraga, California. And this pitch to Petrushka misses inside for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position. Runners on first and second. 1-0 pitch. Petrushka offers at it and fouls it high. Looking at it is Dabbs, and Dabbs makes the catch about 18 feet into foul territory from his first baseman's spot. And there are 2 away here in the top of the 8th. However, that tying run has scored for the Mudcats. Good job taking care of Petrushka. And he is 0 for 3 this afternoon. Here is Justin Claxton. Claxton swings and hits this ball fair on the ground to Chase Dabbs. It kept looking like it was going to roll over the first baseline, but Dabbs stood on the bag and put his glove down, ended up fielding it, and tagging the bag just in case. Good job by Dabbs, recognizing it was not going to spin back foul, and that is the 3rd out. However, the Mudcats able to put one up, and it is the tying run. It came off the bat of Mark Wolbert, who had the RBI single to score Riley Lamb. They do leave Sam Daly stranded over at second, and marooned as well is Mark Wolbert. But the game is tied 3-3 heading into the bottom of the 8th. Coming up for the Crawdads when we come back will be Werner, Schott, and Pamilia. Bottom of the 8th inning, all knotted up, 3-3. After the Mudcats tied it in the top half, here is Trevor Werner. First pitch to Werner is good for a strike. It's Werner, then Schott, and Pamilia, righty, lefty, righty.
Wow.
The Aggie shortstop is 0 for 3 today. And the count 0-2. That was a breaking ball that hung over the plate. Werner could not pull the trigger.
High school. I'd get mad.
Haslam still on the mound. Approaching 20 pitches here shortly. 0-2 pitch. That bounces up to his catcher, Riley Lamb. And the next pitch will be pitch number 20 for Haslam. He's thrown 11 strikes, 8 balls. Embarking on his second inning here. 1-2 pitch to Werner, who hits this hard. It's going to right center. It's deep, and that ball is over the fence, hits the scoreboard. It is gone. Trevor Werner with his 6th home run of the year. A deep shot that had to have gone at least 400 feet. And Werner has broken the tie. Crawdads lead 4-3, and here is Hayden's shot. Werner hitless no more this afternoon. He is now 1 for 4 with a home run, and his compadre shot the lefty in the box now, who had a home run in his last at-bat. A good response by the Crawdads after giving up the tying run in the first half of the inning. This ball is chopped to Rolling. Rolling throws it to Banks at first to take care of Hayden's shot. But the tie was short-lived, only 3-3 for a few moments. And the Crawdads once again with a 1-run advantage over Solano. Here is Anthony Pamilia with 1 away. The pitch to Pamilia, good for strike 1. Say if you are Logan Haslam, might as well keep throwing that curveball. Getting the calls, and you're locating it. 0-1 pitch to Pamilia. There's the fastball. See, that's same fastball he gave to Werner. The curveballs have been good from Haslam. The fastballs have been laced right down the middle. Oh, 2 pitch to Pamilia. This is a curveball that Haslam cannot get control of. It misses away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boy, I'd love to see the stat cast on both the home runs today by the Crawdads, the one by Schott and Werner. Pamilia hits this foul. Running on it is Banks, heading way back, and that'll bounce over by the Solano Mudcat bullpen. It's 330 down the lines here at Louis Gisto Field, 370 in the alleys, 400 to dead center. It's about 385-ish near the scoreboard, and that's where that ball was hit. It was hit directly at the scoreboard. 1-2 pitch to Pamilia, who takes a chance, just tries to fight it off, and does. Stays alive. Count stays 1-2. And Hewlett loses the hat as he runs over to get the foul ball. All the guys had a 1-2 pitch to Pamilia. He fouls it away. All the gentlemen had very neatly cropped mustaches and did the hair up nice today for the team picture day. It's like being at school. Yeah, my ugly mug was even in the team picture. 1-2 to Pamilia. Pamilia hits this hard, but fortunately it hangs up in center for DiCelli to get to. Good crack off the bat of Anthony Pamilia, however, unable to go the other way with it. Have to think with the swing he put on, if he could have hit it into right field, probably would have hit up against the wall. Instead, tries to pull it, and it dies out in left center. And it looks like there's going to be a pitching change for the Mudcats as the afternoon is over for Logan Haslam. He was able to go 1 2/3 innings. And we'll tally it up here. He was able to strike out 1 batter. Or check that, actually. He was able to strike out no batters. And he gave up the home run to Hayden Schott. He's also given up the home run to Trevor Werner. So the final line on Haslam, 1 2/3 innings pitched. Gave up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Actually, that was Anthony Corrales who gave up the home run to Schott. My mistake is that home run was back in the 6th inning. And Haslam did not strike out any batters. He did not walk any batters. He faced 7. We'll see who the new pitcher for him is when we return in just a few short moments. Crawdads lead 4-3 here at Louis Gisto Field in the bottom of the 8th inning. Welcome back to Crawdads Baseball. Zach Griffin in the box, down 0-1. The new pitcher for the Mudcats is Brady Joyner. Big swing and a miss from Griffin. Joyner from Las Vegas, Nevada, will be a freshman at Willamette University. 0-2 pitch to Griffin, who swings at it for the 3rd and final out of the bottom of the 8th. But the Crawdads do get the big blast off the bat of Trevor Werner. And they lead 4-3 with the save and the victory on the line. And it looks like Ty Atkins will come in to close the game for the Crawdads. We'll be right back with the top of the 9th and hopefully a Crawdads victory when we return.
For Solano, pinch hitting number 31, Dylan Mell.
There's a pinch hitter for Solano. It is Dylan Mell. And Ty Atkins is in the game for the save on the mound for Walnut Creek. First pitch from Ty is a strike. That'll be Mell, and then Foster and DeCelli Mel pinch hitting for Kobe rolling. There have been some defensive changes for the Crawdads. Ty working very quickly. 1-1 pitch. And this hits the pinch hitter, Mel.
Not a good start.
Mel is hit by a pitch. Don't see that very often from Ty.
Shortstop, Tasso Foster.
Ty looking for his 4th save of the summer. And here is Tasso Foster. Ty with 4.97 ERA. This is his 12th appearance. He's pitched 12 and 2/3 innings. And here is Tasso Foster. Foster watches the first pitch from Ty go by for strike 1. Foster has 18 strikeouts and 8 walks issued. He's given up 10 hits. 0-1 pitch from Atkins. Rises a little bit too far. Griffin catches it, but for a ball. On July 20th, Atkins came in, pitched an inning to finish off the 8-3 victory against the Lincoln Potters. 1-1 pitch. This is swung on and missed by Tasso, who was walked a couple times. A sack bunted back in the 3rd. He's 0 for 2 with a few walks. And Mel over off of first. 1-2 pitch from Ty. There's a beautiful slider that comes back over the plate, and that's a strike. I've been trying to kind of hold it in, but that is a strike. That is clear as day a strike, and Ty Atkins has to be frustrated. That was a perfect pitch. He's going to have to make another one here. 2-2 pitch from Atkins. It's the same pitch. This time it's fought off by Tasso Foster. But Ron Masso behind the plate, you cannot let that go by and not call it a strike. That totally froze Tasso Foster. That would have been his first strikeout of the day. It would have been the first out for the Crawdads here in the top of the 9th. Instead, a no call, and it's still 2-2. That would have been Ty's 19th strikeout of the summer. He's looking to get save number 4. Griffin setting up outside. We'll see if it's slider again, and it is. This time it does not come back inside. It stays outside the whole way, and the count is full, 3-2. So that's what happens. You make a perfect pitch, and you have to make a few more. It's just the longer you're out there, the more things can happen. And now we have a full count with Mel over on first and Foster at the plate. Payoff pitch from Ty. The runner goes. Swing and a miss. The throw not in time to second. The Foster goes down swinging. However, Griffin was not able to get a great throw off. Really wasn't able to get out of the stance. And Mel picks second clean. And that'll bring on Kenny DiCelli. And now there's some just asking for a few baseballs. Thought maybe we're gonna hear some chirping from the Crawdad dugout. It's a good thing we're not mic'd up over there, folks.
Center fielder, Kenny DeSille.
And here is the Mudcats center fielder. But the tying run is at second. The go-ahead at the plate. First pitch from Ty misses. Ball 1. The good thing about Atkins, he is a cool customer out there. He's always calm, always collected. He's got his wits about him. It's just that Hawaiian attitude. And the ball hit over to Esparza, who is newly inserted for Werner at shortstop. It's Esparza at short. Werner's over at third. Pamilia moved to second. Dardar's the one who checked out. And the first ball that's hit to Esparza, a ball that, he could get in his sleep. I mean, we've seen Esparza make some fantastic plays over at short this summer, and he just lets it get under the glove. And instead of a sure out over at first, there are 2 runners on. It's an E6, the second error of the afternoon for the Crawdads, and here's Riley Lamb at the plate. First pitch to Lamb is a slider that does not break back in, and the count 1-0. There's one away in the top of the 9th. The Crawdads clinging desperately to a 4-3 lead, and Atkins Atkins, the man on the mound. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. A beautiful pitch from Ty going right after Riley Lamb, who has a couple of hits today. One in the 8th, one in the top of the 1st. 1-1 pitch. It's on the inner half, but just off the plate. Lamb has 1 home run and 19 driven in for the Mudcats. He's also batting above 330. Came in batting 339 today. 2-1 pitch. That hits the outer half for strike number 2. The count is even at 2-2. Atkins looking for a strikeout. Has a chance for back-to-back here after retiring Tasso Foster. 2-2 pitch is a slider that swung on and missed by Riley Lamb. And that's his second strikeout of the inning. I could have been out number 3. I mentioned back-to-back strikeouts. I apologize. How could I forget about the error over at short, which helped DeCelli reach. And here is Justin Banks. This is the last out for the Mudcats. There's a good fastball starting inside, coming back out. A little bit of cut on it from Ty to Banks. Banks is 0 for 3 today, has walked once, has struck out twice. There are 2 outs on the board, 2 runners on, 1 strike. And the pitch to Banks, who swings and comes up empty. Count 0-2. Ty Atkins trying to throw strike number 3 and close things down for the Crawdads. 0-2 pitch from Ty. It's on the outer half, and that is the game. Banks goes down looking. Ty Atkins records the save. The tying run left at second. The go-ahead run stranded over at first, and Banks goes down looking to end the game. Well, it was dramatic for sure, and some missed strike calls going against the Crawdads, and the game was tied at 1.33. And the big home run from Werner to regain the lead, 4-3 for the Crawdads. And that was the play of the game. It had to be. I mean, if it's not Werner with that home run, you'd have to think it may be Ty Atkins. Nathan Peng with the win today. The final line on Peng. 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, 1 run given up. Did walk 1, didn't strike out anybody, faced 6. It was a great start from Tommy Scavone. Can't say enough about him. 5 innings, strong. The loser is Logan Haslam. But can't say enough about Tommy Scavone. Tied his summer high for strikeouts. Walker Xander came out, pitched 2 really good innings. He was great. I mean, it was just a great game of baseball played by the Crawdads today. It was up and down. It was a little dicey. There was a risk of things getting away from them like they did on the 21st against Solano here. But this time the Crawdads buckled down, stayed in the game, kept their game faces on, and kept their resolve. So that is win number 19 for the Crawdads. The Crawdads are now 19-21. The Mudcats, on the other hand, are 8-24. A really good win for the Crawdads. Ty Atkins gets his 4th save. Gets a few strikeouts, too. All 3 outs were strikeouts for Atkins in the top of the 9th after hitting the pinch hitter Mel. But just a good win. That has to feel good for Walnut Creek. Manager Brant Cummings certainly pleased. I'm sure Manager Ben Crombie on the other side telling his Mudcats that this is one that got away. And it was just a very competitive game from start to finish. All you could hope for out here at Louis Gisto Field. We're so happy to have a good crowd out here, about 60, 65 people-ish at some points. And the weather held up very nicely. So just an all-around great job by the Crawdads and a great job by our staff here. The grounds were perfect today. Just the music was on point. It just had a good feel, a good day for baseball on this Sunday, the 25th of July. The game started at 12:58. It ended at, I believe, 3:37. And actually it ended at 3:36. So the game, 2 hours and 38 minutes. Once again, the Crawdads win 4-3. Crawdads will be back in action at home. It won't be for a while, but they'll be back playing on Tuesday. That'll be up at McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California. So McBean Park at 6:05 p.m. against the Potters. On Wednesday, the 28th at 4:30. It'll be here versus Solano at Louis Gisto Field here in Moraga. Then on Thursday the 29th, 3 p.m. at Recreation Park against Healdsburg. Friday the 30th at 4 p.m. against Lincoln. Then the 31st, 6:05 against Lincoln instead of at home at McBean Park up in Lincoln. And then the season finale Sunday the 1st. Hope you come out for that one, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a fun time, but that'll be at 1 p.m. here in Moraga, California. So the remaining games, these will all be broadcasted here on the Crawdads streaming network. So we will have your back the entire way. And we're so happy that you've been able to join us this season. It's been a fun ride for everybody here, and it's days like this that just make you love being around baseball every day, going to the park, seeing the guys, and watching them put on a show. And they did today, whether it was Hayden Schott with his huge bomb or the one that Werner hit. I mean, just a great effort offensively, good pitching. This game had it all. And just to real quick before we cap things off on the broadcast, give you an update from around the CCL. The Prune Packers were able to come out victorious over the West Coast Kings. That game played at Cardinal Newman High School. That is in Healdsburg. No access at Recreational Field right now, Recreation Park for Healdsburg. So they played the last couple of games at Cardinal Newman. So they win by 3, 5-2 against the West Coast Kings, a non-league game. The Walnut Creek Crawdads, obviously victorious here, 4-3 over the Solano Mudcats in a very quick but exciting game. In the top of the ninth, the San Luis Obispo Blues are leading the Academy Barons 7-4. That's over at the MLB Urban Youth Academy in Compton, California. It's actually where the showcase game was. A nice park down there. The Lincoln Potters have opened things up at McBean Park up in Lincoln. It is 11-4 against the Seattle Studs, another non-league game. The Conejo Oaks are in a 3-run hole right now against the Santa Barbara Foresters. That game at Pershing Park in Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara leading 4-1. And then the nightcap tonight, the OC Riptide will be visiting the Arroyo Seco Saints at Jackie Robinson Memorial Field in Pasadena, California. If you ever get a chance to go down there, definitely take it. It is right across the street from the Rose Bowl. Actually shares a parking lot. It's just a beautiful place to be. The weather's always nice, and hey, it's Southern California. What's not to like? But that game will be at 6:05. So that is your news from around the CCL. Once again, I am Alon to say the Walnut Creek Crawdads win 4-3 over the Solano Mudcats. This has been Crawdads Baseball on the Crawdads Streaming Network.